contact or tethered to like a gray extraterrestrial, or is there no physical sign?
It depends. Certain grays will leave certain marks behind, mostly in the form of birthmarks.
What do they usually look like? Do they all look different, or
They do look different according to the individuals, but a lot of times you will see birthmarks, several birthmarks in a straight line onto your body.
okay, interesting. Like kind of like freckles or different?
Their birthmarks, they look brown. Emmanuel has them because she's been in contact with the ETs without her knowledge.
Well, I noticed she has like three in a row, like on her chin. Is that symbolic of anything?
So what she has on her, it's more of her cheek. What she has is
Yes.
the sign of Orion.
Yeah, what does that symbolize?
It really is a sign of the ETs that have been contacting her. Multiple races are in contact with Emmanuel, especially at night when she's asleep. And so she comes from the Orion star system.
Um, which particular ETs, or is just a whole bunch or whole group, and why does she have that sign on her cheek?
So the sign is, in a way, a symbol of recognition for ETs to see who she's in contact with, if you want to look at it that way, kind of like a passport. Um, Currently, she is in contact with the Greys, with what you call the Evens.
Why is she in contact with them? Or who put the sign or the symbol there, the grays or the evens?
The Greys put the symbol on her.
Oh, I see. Okay, interesting.
They like to mark their humans, if you want to look at it that way.
Well, a lot of people have like three dots in a row. Is it three dots in a row that's usually the sign? Or I know you said it's different, but
It can be different depending on the ETs that are connecting, but for the Greys, it is usually three dots in a row and then one dot right in front.
oh wow, okay, interesting. Is it ever like in a different place other than the face, or is it just anywhere?
Yes, it could be anywhere on the body.
Oh, okay, interesting. It's really interesting. What kind of work are the Greys doing with Emma?
They're really helping her with downloads in order to help raise the vibration within the human collective.
And why do they want to do that?
Because in a way, they're connected to the human race. They are the human race, but from different timelines.
What was their planet like before they lost their planet?
It was similar to Earth. Unfortunately, over the many years, they moved into a direction of ego. They moved into a direction of self gain, self power, and they lost all emotional connection with each other, therefore, moving in a direction of self destruction.
Oh, I see. When they did have a planet and it looked like Earth, were there any differences?
Well, let's just say that the fauna and flora was very different, yes.
How did it look? Do you get a sense?
It was a very beautiful place. It was more of a tropical climate than it is here. There weren't the different aspects of the world. Here you have very different places with different temperatures, and it just everything's a little bit of everything on this planet. Over there was mostly tropical throughout the entire planet.
If they work with Emma and give her downloads to help the human race, um, how does that help them?
As they're communicating with Emmanuel, they also take on a lot of her cells without her knowledge, of course. They don't want to scare her, but they are not there to hurt her. They just need her cells, who are very highly vibrational, in order to support the recreation of their own people.
And how are they doing with that?
They are simply taking cells from within the skin.
How are they doing with the recreating of their own people?
They are trying to clone, mix their race with our race in order for their survival.
Do you get a sense as to how they're progressing with this?
They're moving in the right direction, but they seem to be hitting certain problems to sustainability. They're viable, but they are not living for very long.
Why? What's happening to them?
Let's just say that both DNAs, in certain aspects, fight each other.
Oh, interesting.
The cells of the humans and the cells of the ETs are, in a way, compatible, but not every aspect of it is compatible. So there are things they are trying to rule out, they're trying to remove from the DNA, but they are trying to figure out what it is exactly that it is, in a way, hindering the continuation of the cells to be alive.